We welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the alarm clock here in South Beach can hit you like a ton of bricks.
It can, especially if you're out the night before, Ed, which a lot of players have been, quote-unquote, known to do. Let's see if they show up tonight.
Gotta find the energy. Gotta get ready. This one's about to get underway. Opening tip won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Dragic to Butler. Cruises inside for two.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Hey, lock up.
McConnell. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
McConnell to Oladipo. Serge Ibaka able to recover with the block. Oladipo, his first effort off the mark. To Butler. And the basket good at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
It's Indiana basketball. To McConnell. Probing the defense. To Oladipo. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Dwayne Wade to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Dragic guarded by T.J. Warren. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Bam Adebayo trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 72%. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Now the Pacers go to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Oladipo to Turner around the perimeter. Pass stolen by Miami to Wade. And the finish at the rim.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. Oladipo's shot misses. Wade to Butler. Stuffs it down with authority. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. Oladipo to McConnell. Rebounded by the Heat. Dwayne Wade to Dragic. Layup goes down. Well done.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Has a chance. Oladipo, not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that. with that kind of athleticism and length, your timing almost has to be perfect. But pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Butler. Biyombo rocking the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that were brought to teams to do things that normal players would never think about doing. We call them tone setters.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Pulled in by Biyombo. Gets a shot up off the mark. Oladipo to Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
And now it's Flash with the basketball. From the painted area, won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Gets to the basket and scores. He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's good at the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Pacers with the possession. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue. To widen their lead. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Gets it in the right corner. Brogdon. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. The former second-rounder Brogdon continues to amaze.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
He gets it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Smock Biyombo sends it away. For three.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Butler to bring it up. The lead is 15 to Dragic. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Sometimes you hear people give up. All these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Had a chance, but it's no good. He'd have the basketball. Butler to Dragic. Goran Dragic. He's 2 for 2 now.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Indiana.
Oladipo to Brogdon. Serge Ibaka with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Brogdon. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. Bam Adebayo with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Wade to Dragic.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Old school equals high percentage.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. To Brogdon. Knocked loose. Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Dwayne Wade. TJ Leaf rejects it.
To number 22, TJ Leaf. That's his second personal foul. Team foul. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
First one goes down.
For the Pacers, number 33, Miles Turner. Entering the game for the Heat, number 15, Vince Carter.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Indiana with the basketball. To Oladipo.
In the second quarter.
Gets it in the left corner. Off the mark. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. To Oladipo. Adebayo the rebound. Able to convert inside. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Heat didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets, the Miami Heat. The Pacers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Oladipo into the front court. Down a bundle to McConnell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Lynn with it. He'll run the offense. Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
McConnell to Oladipo. And scores. Strong take.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lynn with it. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. Jimmy Butler, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players, that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Victor Oladipo buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Time to shuffle things up.
Number 7, and number 3.
Butler to Ibaka. Shot from the lane won't go. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Dragic into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Butler. Beyond the arc for three. And Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot three is good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dragic. Can't connect from in close. To Turner. Oh, he had it. To Butler. Stuffs it down with authority.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Our opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Oladipo into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Give him 2 points. High percentage. To Butler. Wade. And count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Pacers control. To Brogdon. Count the basket inside.
The assist from number 4, Victor.
Probing the defense. Dragic with it. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. To Butler. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
The pass set it all up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Serge Ibaka looking good. 4 for 5. That ends the third quarter as the Heat enjoy some breathing room. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Turner. Finish that.
Okay, reset.
Dwayne Wade to Butler. Serge Ibaka. He's now 5 for 6.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oladipo shot no good.
Catch up, baby.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Dwayne Wade at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach.
Hey, lock up.
Oladipo. To Brogdon. Oladipo. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul. It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. To Brogdon. Screen coming. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, we got a chance. To firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Wade. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler matched up with Warren. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. To Butler. No good.
I got it.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big. And scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Pacers, number 33, Miles.
To Carter. Count it.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Oh, Miles Turner. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Carter. Five to shoot for Miami. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Brogdon. And count the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Carter. Can't connect. To Brogdon. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Pacers with the possession. And the nice finish at the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
The Heat with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat could not have been more dominant in this game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Pacers seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Check out the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Assists.
The Miami Heat showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Butler gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Miami Heat. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.